shit. Forgot to turn the noise down, of course.
That was our first line on live. Perfectly.
Beautiful.
Perfect track record as always.
Yeah, it's the first time I've done this. Apparently, I forget to turn down the noise on my fucking phone.
Yep. Oh man. So apparently there was like a bunch of people were accusing Mad Metal Man of like doxing people. He put a big thing up on Twitter today. I'm not gonna read like the message or whatever, but I was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, come on, seriously. Of all the people you think of when you're like, oh yeah, doxers, like Mad Metal Man is not that kind of dude. Like it just doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that would be shocking if it ended up being true, dude. There's no like I said, there's no fucking way, dude. What's their alleged evidence, dude?
Well, I didn't even hear about it. So whatever it was.
Oh, you're just seeing his response to it.
Yeah. I'm not part of that group that was accusing him or hanging out with people that were accusing him. I'm assuming those people are more like drama clowns. I just assume people who make those like random false accusations are like the drama clowns of YouTube and Twitter. But so yeah, and then somebody else I know via like Twitter and YouTube got like doxxed, which is really unfortunate, by another person. And it's just like, can we stop doing that, folks? Like, isn't it time to stop fucking doxing people? Uh-oh, did I lose Deitois? Yeah, I think I lost Deitois. But yeah, just in general, like that's shitty. Can we just not dox people? Because that would be cool if we could not do that. And I am the only one here. Excellent. Let's see. I do have some articles to share that might be kind of fun to kill time while we hope that Deitois comes back. Let's see. Oh, Tommy Robinson got out. Yeah, that's a new thing. That's kind of cool. Kind of nice to see that we finally have him getting out of to jail. But I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not sure. It looks like he's out on sort of a retrial kind of thing. And it should be interested to see if like the second trial goes the same way, because there's no guarantee that they're not just going to be like, nope, we were right, and stick him right back in prison. So I don't know. That's kind of a shitty situation with like potential to be a cool situation. Because it looks like it says, this is like, oh, he's been released, blah, blah, blah. But if you like actually read it, he's freed after a court appeal ordered that he should be retried on a contempt of court findings. So he's essentially put back out on bail, and is going to be given a second trial, which is kind of strange. Usually you can't. Well, I guess you can opt in for a second trial, but it makes me wonder if whoever the judge was on the appeal was like, I think there was some mishandling and inappropriate shit. Because as far as I was aware, they kind of railroaded him. It was sort of a kangaroo court that convicted him in the first place, where they didn't really give him any real chance or defense to put in any sort of evidence or make any arguments. So it should be interesting to see how the second trial goes. I wonder if they're hoping that giving him... The other thing is that what they could be doing is just hoping that giving him the release and then he got released and all that, and then the second trial is that people will basically just lose interest, because now it's getting down into like weird legal fucking mumbo jumbo. So like, how do you know that they're not just going to put him right back in? It should be... Time will tell, folks. Time will tell. That's going to be the up and the down of that. I'm hoping really hope that they fucking rule in the case of free speech, where it's like, yeah, you know, he has every right to tell people about this case of, you know, rampant pedophilia that's been going on in the UK, and like sharing that kind of information with the public is more important than the government sort of like, you know, covering up their fuck ups. So we'll see. One can only hope. Let's see. Oh, do we have somebody in the chat? Hey, what's up, Jinx? Lol. I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah, that I'm first. Yeah, apparently I lost date spot, so we'll see how this goes. Let's see here. I thought this shit was pretty fucking hilarious. So this cartoonist got all pissy because he got fired because he didn't want to listen to his boss. But what was it? He worked for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and he did this whole comic thing. I'm not sure I want to read the whole thing. Oh, it's not too terrible. You know, the whole Donald Trump, you're fired bit, and he didn't, and it wasn't, you know, obviously it wasn't Trump that got him fired. He claims he was being fired for being too critical of the president for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And as you go down, you kind of see, like, you know, he was pushing the line a lot, like trying to cross a lot of lines that the paper didn't really agree with. And when you work for, you know, somebody else, you're not publishing your own paper, your own magazine, then you kind of have to respect your editor and the people that are doing the making the decisions. So I guess he's complaining because it used to be a left-leaning newspaper. The guy who owns the paper finally decided to make it a little more right-leaning and supported Trump. But the way he depicts it like the guy wants to fuck Trump. And I'm pretty sure if that's the way you're thinking about and showing respect for like your editors and your boss, and then he starts calling, essentially treating everybody like they're Nazis and shit. The people that are talking about Trump and everything, and I'm like, it seems more like this dude got way fucking extreme in his left-wing nonsense and just was going over the top and ignoring the clear messages from his editor and the owner of the paper to be like, yeah, you need to go a little fucking, you need to, you know, be a little more realistic here. You can't keep going this way with what you're doing, or we're not going to use your cartoons. And so they fired him, and then he had the opportunity to sign a little severance package in which he wouldn't have been able to badmouth the paper, but he chose not to, and then claimed it was a terrible, unfair thing. That they asked for the rights to the cartoons that he'd printed, that they'd all printed in the paper prior to him being fired, in exchange for a fair sum of money to, you know, help him find a new job or whatever. Now, that seems terribly unfair. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny because that dude was just like, it's the Nazis, I tell you, the Nazis. Oh, yeah. No, I'll do fine without day swap for like 20 minutes before I just get bored of talking. Yeah. Oh, this was a great article right here from the New York Times. Super fucking propaganda based. I love it from the fucking the picture and the title. Arrested, jailed, and charged with a felony for voting. And they show these two noble black people who just wanted to exercise their right to vote, except they're felons on probation. And as it turns out, you can't in North Carolina vote as a felon who's on probation. So I don't understand what they're expecting here, but it was very misleading article thing. And so it looks like they're actually going to prosecute, which could give them up to 2 more years on their sentences and potentially send them back. It smacks of Jim Crow, says Barrett Brown, the head of Alamance County. No, I think this has been the law for a number of fucking years and really doesn't have anything to do with race or ethnicity at all. As it turns out, you're just not allowed to vote if you're a fucking felon who's on probation or parole. Oh man, this whole fucking thing is ridiculous. But then again, is it any surprise New York Times hired that chick? That's a new controversy coming around. That they hired some chick who's like apparently super racist against white people. My white genocide. People are going to be all upset. But yeah, the whole thing is pretty fucking hilarious. Oh, looks like day 12 will be back in a few minutes, so hopefully I can make it. Let me just fucking go with dead air while I type a fucking reply to him in the Twitter there. All right, let's see. What else do we got that was pretty entertaining? Oh, that woman is, yeah, the woman is pissing you off. I don't blame you, man. That thing is a trip. Like, apparently, if you're ridiculously racist and bigoted, but it's against the right groups, then it's totally socially acceptable. And, like, Twitter is cool with it. And, like, you can have bots that say the same thing. But the second you're on that conservative side of the fence, or you're, like, not terribly racist, but you're not willing to buy into this progress, social justice progress nonsense, like fucking they're gonna ban your ass, shadow ban you, or outright ban you at this point. I think the newest propaganda they're using is that everybody's a fucking Russian bot. That's what they're selling on the CNN and everything, and selling with Facebook too, is that just everybody who's fucking we're not shutting down actual people. Yeah, it New York Times it's insane, but like I just showed you that article from them. It's like, of course they went through her Twitter feed and said it was totally fine because like look at that article was like, oh, you can't stop black people from voting, but realistically it had nothing to do with race whatsoever. It was just, you can't be a felon who's on parole or probation and vote. That's always been the case, or at least it's been the case for probably close to 100 years, but I guess it's just, racism to punish people who've taken away other people's rights through committing crimes by taking away their rights in return for a period of time. But it's seriously disturbing. Like, there's a couple people who they've actually been censoring on Facebook and Twitter, like, that are political candidates in the final stages of their campaign. Like this kind of thing is pretty fucking blatant, and I'd like to see some actual like lawsuits in regards to this. Because you can't just arbitrarily be like, well, we don't agree with a senator, a senatorial candidate, and just shut his fucking account down for, a couple of days when there's like a few months left in the election. That was the most confused one. Yeah, you're back. Hey, man.
Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. My apologies. Yeah,
I was just talking about the censorship with Twitter and Facebook, and then the New York Times reporter that they just hired that is super, super racist, but they decided that because it's against white people, it's totally chill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, you're allowed to hate white people. Fuck white people.
Yeah, it's so insane.
You can't. Well, again, you can't be racist against white people because power, privilege, whatever.
Well, and the thing is, they're only feeding the extremism. Like one of the things. So I was talking to somebody on Twitter, and he was talking about like how, all the left-wing people are like insane, over the top social justice warrior types, and all the right-wing people are all my white genocide stuff. And I'm like, that's not really true, though. The majority of the right wing is just regular conservatives, and they don't really embrace the extreme right-wing people. And in fact, in a lot of cases, they'll denounce them.
All right. Yeah, it's a pretty fringe group that's wants the white ethno state.
It's and they're not really well liked in the Republican Party. It's sort of like, well, I guess you can vote, but we're not gonna fucking get you your white ethno state, you fucking morons.
Right. That's never going to fucking happen.
But like that kind of thing with the New York Times, like that's only going to feed that propaganda from those fringe right-wing groups and make them stronger.
Yeah, well, and it pisses the rest of us off who aren't fucking racist, who aren't, you know what I mean? Like, dude, you're fucking, you know, at first it was kind of funny. For a while, it was kind of funny, like this fucking kill white people bullshit. But then you're like, holy shit, these motherfuckers are serious. You know?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
it's
dude,
getting
you guys are fucking nuts.
Well, and then the censorship on Twitter and Facebook that I'm seeing where they're like claiming that all these people are bots and they're Russian hackers and bots and stuff like that. And they're just demonstrably not.
Right. Yeah, they must be. There's no way there's this many people that, like, aren't there people making actual videos? None of them with Russian accents. Like, dude,
exactly.
Fucking fed up with your nonsense.
I think somebody, I forget who it was that said it. So this was not something I came up with. This was something somebody famous was pointing out, was like the problem is the left wing has no message. Like right now, their whole message, everything they're trying to get people to vote for them with. Oh no, this is from that Razor Fist thing. He's saying like their whole message, their whole fucking platform is fuck Trump.
Yeah.
Like that's all they've got. They're not putting forth any solutions to any of the problems.
Yeah.
They're just pointing out all of these things and pretending that there's all these problems that really aren't there and saying fuck Trump. Like it's, of course you're losing ground. Like, of course the Republicans are getting a lot stronger because they're the ones saying like, no, you should be able to say whatever you want, man. No, of course we're not going to take your guns. That's ridiculous. You know, like this.
Yeah. They're inventing these boogeymen that just don't fucking exist. You know.
I mean, they've even basically gotten to the point where they're like, gay marriage, whatever, dude. We don't care. If you want to be gay and vote Republican, we'll let you get married to another dude or another chick. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, which is pretty shocking that happened. I did not think that the Republicans would be okay with that in my lifetime. I'll be honest with you.
I think they recognize. No, that's not
true. I knew it just had to be the older people that fucking had to die off, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Well, I think they recognize that was a pretty wealthy demographic, just as a whole. And because, a lot of gay people don't have kids and they like, make good money.
Yeah.
Prime Republican fucking donors right there.
The resources.
Yeah, prime Republican donor. I think that was really what sold it. Because the Republicans were like, well, this is costing us votes, and these people could be like donating money to our campaigns.
Right.
This seems like a fucking self-defeating thing to do here. Let's stop fucking ourselves with this.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, without this, especially with what the Democrats are doing, they're like, really? All right, all we really got to do is, be reasonable on this issue, and it's almost going to fucking cave them in. Like, if that's really all they got, is we're okay with probably,
for some people, that was probably like the big holdout point.
Right.
The big differentiation between the parties was like, the Democrats are the ones that want people to have equal rights and the Republicans don't. But now you look at it and it's like, no, the Republicans absolutely are not standing in the way of anybody's equal rights anymore. It's just it's a really weird switch, man, that's happened within the last, 5 years, I guess. Where, for pretty much my entire life, if you told me somebody was like impinging on somebody's free speech, I would be like, dude, it's got to be conservatives. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for pretty much my entire life, that would have been my output up until probably the last couple years where that switched. And, the fucking Republicans seem to be the ones that are about free speech, or that seem to care about free speech, and the fucking liberals don't.
Yep, exactly. Here's like an example. I mean, granted, Antifa is a fringe group, except it seems like they're actually supported by the Democratic Party. So,
tacit support, dude. Not overt or whatever, but
it's always like, well, I don't think what they're doing is right, but something has to be done, right?
Yeah.
Just essentially saying like we're trying not to, criticize him too much because we don't disagree too much.
Yeah, exactly. It's that tacit, like I said, tacit approval where, all right, we're not coming out and saying we agree with him, but we're not denouncing him either. So when we agree with him.
Or in some cases, like in Portland, the mayor is actually actively part of the group.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's so fucking insane, dude.
Well, the whole thing with San Diego, I'm really hoping that these cases with San Diego succeed and go through because it's going to open the door to hit them where it hurts. Because like that's how they take down the mafia. That's how they take down. They're taking down these cartels with the legalizing marijuana. It's just taking the money out of the fucking groups. It's how the KKK got brought down to being basically defunct. They attacked the money. So we got to find out where their sources of money are, take that money away, and bankrupt the cities that are allowing Antifa to just run crazy in their fucking streets.
What if it's Soros, dude? What if it's
Soros? We find out eventually, hopefully, because I think Antifa get qualified as a terrorist group.
Yeah, at least New Jersey, I think, or someplace. I don't think it's official, like nationally, but yeah.
If we can make enough of a push to get Antifa qualified as a terrorist group, it could potentially result in criminal charges.
Right. And the RICO statutes at them.
Exactly. There's all sorts of shit you can do at that point. But
they should certainly qualify as a fucking gang.
If it can be demonstrated that they're a criminal organization, if there's some sort of profit that they're making off of the destruction of property and committing crimes.
Right.
Then it would actually potentially work out pretty well that way.
Right.
This is all stretches, legal stretch stuff. I don't know how far anything is ever going to go with this. It might not ever get that far. So here's like their thing. Patriot Prayer is called on 2 rallies. They're going to have on the West Coast, one in Portland on August 4th and another in Berkeley on August 5th. This is an Antifa thing. This shameful caravan is attempting to build underground support for the national fascist rally Unite the Right 2 on August 12th. Let's show the alt-right that Portland, and this is no longer the alt-right, like Patriot Prayer and Unite the Right. This is just conservatism at this point.
Right.
Has been embraced by everybody on the right, for the most part. Like, hey, we should be able to get out on the street and demonstrate as well. The Portland members, let's show all the alt-right that Portland members what their ideology means. Oh, Portland remembers it's hard to read because the text is really
really small
tiny on the screen. It's small and poorly chosen
font.
So some of the letter lines are not very easy to read. In 2017, a Patriot Prayer aligned protester yelled racist epithets at 2 young Muslim women on Dremel. When 3 other riders tried to step in and de-escalate, the white nationalists killed 2 of them. I'd like some evidence that that's actually a Patriot Prayer aligned protester. And not just some random fucking event that wasn't related in any way, shape, or form to any of the right-wing stuff.
Yeah, it's like they literally combed through the fucking police reports and found some kind of weird murder, and they're like, "Oh, yep, these guys. It was these guys that did it."
Yeah, and I don't think Patriot Prayer even exist.
Probably not.
I'm wondering when that happened. Like,
first time I've heard of them.
Because I thought they just started this last year, 2018, or not this last year, but like this year, like 2018.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't. Yeah, again, it would fit the fucking MO.
I'm curious now.
Anyone on the left is going to just make shit up. They have been for a few years now. They very much seem to. They
was founded by.
Well, they have the. I was going to say the ends justify the means, but they have a fucking group called By Any Means Necessary.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's. It's a disgusting fucking.
So
thought to have, like, the ends justify the means, so we can lie and fucking cheat and steal because we're right.
Sort of like the hadiths for the Islamic takeover.
Yeah,
totally fine to lie and cheat and steal if it's not a Muslim you're dealing with.
Yeah. Takia and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
Let's see, on August 4th, so it was founded in 2016. So potentially, but I think that's very unlikely.
Yeah. I would still like to see
related in any way to any of the protests.
Right. But yeah. See, that's the thing, though, is a bunch of people are going to be like, they're not going to check on any of that.
Well, and you have no control over who joins your group, but you can only look at the group's primary actions, and the primary actions of the Patriot Prayer Group is to show up and peacefully protest.
All right. Yeah. Even if that guy was part of their fucking group somehow, like that's one dude. You know,
it's not like Antifa where it's like we have literally dozens upon dozens, if not hundreds, of examples of them throwing bombs,
many instances
trying to kill people with like bike locks and bottles and baseball bats and iron pipes and all sorts of shit.
It's literally only their fucking ineptitude that has prevented the fucking deaths of people at this point.
Show the fascists that their racism and anti-immigrant violence will not be tolerated in our city. So, like, how is getting together and having a group prayer anti anything?
Listen and believe, dude. Listen and believe, Stabby.
Oh, this is from It's Going Down, all out August fight for fascism, but keep the pressure on the state. They got a convergence of struggles against the fascist organizations. The prison industrial complex and the violence of the border is exemplified by ICE.
So fucking ridiculous. Jesus.
Oh, they've got a video. At some point, I'm going to have to watch that fucking video.
But it's fucking classic, dude.
We're seeing a new wave of activity from the fascist movement that was so soundly beaten in the streets a year ago. In what fucking dreamland are they living?
Right. Yeah, maybe they just figure if they don't get arrested, that counts as a win.
And now they're claiming that the people from the Patriot Front attacked the camp set up by Occupy ICE in San Antonio. Wasn't that the fucking cops that just like they were blocking traffic and shit, so they had to be arrested? Or was that a different one?
Yeah, who knows? These guys are fucking lunatics, dude.
Yeah. Because I know that they, like, that's the thing, is like the cops are like, yeah, okay, whatever, abolish ICE. You want to stand out on the street, that's fine, but you can't block people from doing their jobs, and you can't block people from, using the street.
Yeah. But they're like, you guys are just being a fucking annoyance. So fucking get the fuck out.
Well, and is this, let's see, what was it? I'm trying to find out what the group was. Like, Patriot Front, did they show up in like protest, like counter protest, or was it just, and then they started doing their standard of throwing bottles of piss and rocks and hitting people with sticks and fucking
throwing fucking M80s,
explosive devices.
Yeah, throwing M80s into a fucking crowd, like fucking
throwing bombs at people.
Yeah, an M80 is a fucking dude. That's some serious ordnance, man.
Yeah,
I know they're supposed to be firecrackers, but they're essentially little bits of dynamite, dude.
Yeah, they're a quarter stick of dynamite. That's what they are. It's not a joke. It's deadly.
Yeah. Honestly, it's pretty fucking amazing that nobody's gotten hurt from the shit they've done, dude. Like I said, it's literally, almost exclusively due to their own fucking ineptitude. But they're fucking trying, dude. They're trying to fuck people up and trying to fucking kill people.
Yeah, stop the hate with like the fucking road, sweep out the fascists. If you want to stop the hate, leave Antifa.
Right. Close out your fucking groups.
The part that really blows my mind is the number of people who are like, abolish ICE.
Dude, it is so fucking ridiculous, man.
Oh, and they're planning on blocking ICE offices this summer.
Yeah,
it's like, well, yeah, the police are going to fucking arrest you if you prevent the police from doing their job. That's well within the law and within reason. I mean,
right. That's not the police being fascist.
Yeah. And then the number of flat out like dangerous psychotic criminals that ICE keeps out of the country and catches and sends out of the country is insane. Like, they catch so many fucking, like, those M13 gang members and shit that it's ridiculous to consider them as, like, some terrible thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's kind of insane, but, like, this whole, like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. It's got to be just a bunch of fucking nonsense, dude. Jesus. Yeah, no, it's crazy, and that's kind of part of the reason I wanted to send you that. I'm fucking shocked that you haven't seen Razorfist's videos, by the way.
Yeah, that was something I think I might have made a mistake in not seeing any of his videos.
Well, that was part of the reason I sent it to you, because I was like, kind of like, here, look how many high-ranking Democrats are getting pushed out by these fucking lunatics. You know, like, it was what, the dude was like the 4th highest ranked fucking Democrat, essentially, like somewhere way up there, got pushed out by fucking Osorio Cortez and her fucking socialist nonsense, dude. And like, how the fuck are these people winning, dude? You know, they're gonna get fucking destroyed if they go up, or maybe not. And in New York, you never fucking know. You know, in New York City, they might fucking elect that fucking crazy bitch. But yeah, she literally has nothing, no plan other than everything should be free for everybody. No real plan on how that's gonna fucking happen. You know?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Lining up to vote for the bitch, dude.
Well, I saw fucking, so people were doing the math. Like, so the University of Georgia actually, yeah, Mad Metal Man, dude, you're always welcome here. Absolutely, dude. I don't know what's going on with that rumor. I haven't heard anything up until I saw your post on Twitter. Yeah. But 100%.
You're welcome to come on, by the way, if you want to fucking talk about what the hell's going on, dude. Because we're, you know, Stabby told me about it, and I'm not really on Twitter a whole lot, but I don't know. My first instinct is certainly to think that that's fucking bull. You know, whatever they're throwing at you is going to be fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So if you want to come on, or I don't know, Stabby, I assume you're okay with that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
100%.
If you want to come on, fucking talk about what the fuck's going on, feel free to do so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, as I was saying, though, Georgetown, Georgetown University did the math regarding like what it would actually cost for these medical care for everybody thing that yeah, dude, absolutely, man. Just let me know when you want the link and I'll tweet it to you. Mad Metal Man in the chat. But they did the math and it's something like $39 trillion over like the next 10 years or something. Like, it's an insane amount of money. The amount of money is beyond anything we could afford.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
And I was watching like the articles and stuff talk about it. I'm like, oh, they're just pulling these numbers out of their ass. I'm like, no, that's a university that did the research.
Right.
Like, that's not the same thing as just some random pundit. That's not Rush Limbaugh going, it'd cost trillions of dollars. No, that's a fucking university that said, no, it would be $39.6 trillion over the next decade.
Yeah. It's amazing, dude. The level of delusions. Yeah. And I'm still amazed at them thinking that it's Russian bots or whatever that are fucking responsible for saying, like, enough of this shit, I'm out. You know? Like, dude, how many people have to leave your party, dude? Was it, I can't remember if it was you or if it was just a Matt Christensen video that was talking about the, you know, why I left kind of thing. Fuck. I can't remember, but I think it was Matt Christensen made a video about it because he was talking about, you know, like why he left, you know, a year ago or whenever he left the liberal side of the Democrats. Yeah. But yeah, he made a video about it.
That makes sense. I actually might want to check that out.
Right. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I'll probably send that to you.
Yeah, he has one of the more like rational and balanced kind of thing, like points of view of a lot of the stuff. Like when he looks at the stuff, he's like very calm and methodical.
Like almost to a fault, dude. To be honest with you, like he's like reasonable, like almost too reasonable.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean. Like not really. Man. Yeah, not really, but almost. Fucking
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's really good about trying to see all sides and trying to be objective, or at least letting you know, like, okay, this is what I see as the facts, and this is my opinion.
I don't, I'm definitely biased on certain things for sure, probably more so than him for a lot. Like I try to emulate that, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to hit quite that Matt Christensen level on our show. Where, like, like I'm against immigration almost entirely. Like I want merit based, and I want much smaller numbers. Period.
Yeah, and I think that's what a vast majority of people want.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want a lottery? Why would you not want the best and the brightest coming in? Why would you want just random people coming in?
Well, and the thing is, it's like basically, like the whole child separation thing, and then bringing in the kids and not the parents was a Democrat thing from like a decade ago. And they're trying to pretend that it's this huge thing. Oh, Hitsugi, yeah, you're welcome on if you want in too. Absolutely, I can send a link in, especially if you and Mad Metal Man want to come on and just hang out. It's all good. Hitsugi's cool. She's on a lot of Mad Metal Man's shows and stuff. So,
all right.
Here, I'm going to send out the links. So I gave a link to Mad Metal Man and Hitsugi.
Right on.
Welcome on for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what the fuck's going on, dude.
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't really hear anything about what was going on, and I'm just like, I don't really get into too much of the. I don't know if I should say I don't know anything. So.
Right. I know even less because I didn't even see the shit on Twitter that you saw. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, fresh ears. And plus, I got to get out of here at like 20 after 12, or probably 12:30 at the latest. So I got some shit.
Right on. Yeah.
So yeah, it might be good to have them come on. Yeah.
It's almost like earning money is like an important part of daily life for some reason.
Yeah, it helps, I guess. Although, dude, I had to call in yesterday, dude. My back was fucking killing me. I think I'm gonna actually end up going down. I'm gonna have to. It'll probably be Thursday, but I'm gonna have to take a day off during the week, dude. I'm working literally like right now. I'm working 6 days a week. I'm only off on Sunday.
Oh, so you're like, hey, look, man, you got to give me like one more day off a week to recover.
Yeah, well, no, it was my choice. I chose the schedule because I wanted to make as much money as possible because it's not an 8-hour shift. It's only like 5 or 6 hours a day for the most part. So, but yeah, my body just it can't do it. My back is too fucked up at this point in my life, dude.
Oh, that's Skittles.
Hey, what's up, Hitsugi? Hitsugi, Deitwa, Hitsugi.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So this is our show where we just talk about random shit. Like we get into some politics and stuff and just whatever comes up. So
you're like you have the voice for it, I have to say.
Thanks.
You're welcome. No, like my mind was blown. Like there was one time I was talking to Metal Man, I'm like, does Skittles use a voice changer? He's like, no, that's him. That's his real voice. I'm like, what?
When my voice gets blown out,
somebody says something, but he sounds a lot like Seth Rogen, dude.
Cooler Seth Rogen, I should say.
When my voice gets blown out, like when I've used it too much, I sound almost exactly like him.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, no, it's funny whenever guys get really deep voices, they sound kind of the same. Like all the time too, and it's like you can tell the difference.
Oh, what was it? I don't hear it, but I think it was Deitwa that said I kind of sound a little bit like Maxwell von Hamster.
James von Maxwell.
Oh, James von Maxwell.
Oh,
just a little, not a lot, dude. Just a little.
When I do the radio voice, welcome to 101.7 The Fox.
Yeah. You do a good impression for sure.
Yeah. You have the radio voice. People say I sound nice, but I don't hear it. I think I sound pretty dorky, actually.
Yeah, nobody likes the sound of their own voice, though.
No, I hate it. When I was a kid, people used to pick on me. They're like, "Why do you sound like a boy?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Leave me alone." It was
I don't know.
bad.
Like, you don't have the screechy high pitched voice, and you don't have like the overly weird husky voice. It's like that mid range, like
How you doing,
contralto,
sweetheart?
clear voice.
Yeah, it's not like you sound like fucking B. Arthur or anything, dude.
Yeah. Oh God.
Give me some Virginia Slim, sweetheart.
Oh man. Yeah, that's the only thing that's holding me back from editing the Hearth and my videos. I got to start editing that shit because it's going to come out in like a week or so. Because I got to hear myself and see myself at the same time, and I'm like, I'm not prepared.
Yeah, well, it's definitely gets. It's definitely one of those things you got to get used to for sure. Like when I first started doing the whole podcasting thing, like I was nervous the first time, and then eventually I got used to it. So I don't know, it's second nature to me now. Like even if I don't like my own voice, hey, someone likes it, so at least there's that.
Yeah. Oh, the podcasting I love.
Oh yeah, the podcasting's fun.
But yeah, Stabby, you should be used to it by now. I mean, you've got like fucking hundreds of videos on your channel, dude.
Well, yeah, but
Shocking
it still bothers me.
Aw.
I guess, dude.
But I also kind of came in like, if you want to know what happened, in the past 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm curious about that because it seems like some pretty serious shit went down.
So, are you familiar with Allie, aka Harley Quinn's Happy Hour?
Yes. I stopped following her a while ago. She got too much into that drama bullshit, and I was just like, unfollow. I'm not really interested.
Well, it's a good thing that you did, because turns out she's a doxer.
Oh, really?
She doxed my information and my friend, who's an active duty Marine, which is a federal offense, by the way.
Yeah.
And she doxed Fading Dark, Phaedriana.
Oh, seriously? Goddamn.
Yep.
I love that.
Oh, dude, the chick with the crazy ex-boyfriend, dude. Fucking perfect.
Yeah, no, she doxed all this stuff about her personal information and things like that. I'm not going to go into... I didn't see it personally. I was just kind of like told, like, it was forum posts that she made a long time ago, or supposedly she made. I don't know. It was just stuff that she just dug long ways to find all this stuff. Like, she dug. It wasn't just like, oh, hey, I stumbled across this. She literally dug in deep for information on both of us. And, the worst part is she was, like, friends with Faye, and she was kind of going like, oh, hey, so and she doxed this info to Metal Man, which he'll come in here soon and explain his side. But people were accusing him of being a doxer for the longest time because of Allie. And which isn't true at all. I mean, come on.
No.
It's Metal Man.
Yeah.
He's got too much to do. He's got to do his own thing in his own life. He doesn't have time for that crap. Come on.
Yeah, that would be fucking shocking, dude.
Oh,
if that ended up being true, dude.
I don't know.
I trust him because I've told him a lot about me, and he's never told anyone. I know his real name. He knows my real name, like full names. Like we both know each other's full names, and we've never. I know exactly where he lives. I know exactly where he works, but I will never tell anybody.
I gotta say, in all honesty, there's a few people I've met online that I would trust that far. Like Daytois, I would count Mad Metal Man as somebody who I would think is that trustworthy.
Oh yeah,
and there's like a couple other people that I've met online who are just like, you can kind of tell, like they're cool. Like Fade seems like one of those people.
Oh, Faye, like,
or
it was
like Marking
funny
Bad.
me and Faye didn't even meet each other until like last night. I've heard about her, of course, like people were mutual friends, and and then she's like, "Hey, nice to finally meet you, Hiseki." It's like, yeah, we have something in common. Allie doxed us. Like,
oh shit.
So she was accusing my friend, of me and being with my friend, being in a romantic relationship with him. And she went on my Facebook, which is very personal, and it's like one of the things I don't ever share with anybody on Twitter. Nobody has it. Like, not even Metal Man. And it's not nothing against middleman. It's just a policy I have. Like, I just don't do it for anybody because that's my personal information out there.
You have your real personal information on Facebook. Okay, I see.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
and
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I have like Twitter and YouTube, but my Facebook and my like Instagram are for like my real life people that I know in real
yeah,
life,
it's the
and
same way for
Twitter and
me.
YouTube I don't.
Yeah, like, because, I talk about controversial stuff. I talk about things that not everybody's going to agree with. And you know how crazy people are these days. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I avoid giving anybody that info. And so her excuse was, oh, I found it because she had her real name on her Skype and I just used it and connected it. And that's her problem. Like, she knew what she was doing. And then
Right.
she also doxed my friend's real name and she doxed my location and doxed my real
Damn.
name to Little Anon. Which, don't go to Little Anon about this. She was kind of pushed under the bus because of this. And it's like, it's pretty messed up. Like, just all this stuff that she revealed.
Little Miss Anonymous, I wouldn't imagine was down with that. I imagine she was probably like, "Why are you fucking doing this?"
Yeah. No, but it was funny just how many people. Apparently, she'd been telling people that I was a crazy stalker and a crazy harasser and this crazy person when she was the person doing all of those things. And that seems to be the pattern with her, where
Yeah.
she'll call me things like narcissist, and she has more narcissistic behaviors. She calls me every name under the sun that applies to her. There's a lot going on with her. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
a lot of
issues she has.
projection. That's pretty common, dude. People
Oh,
like that.
that's like Nazi propaganda rule 101, though.
Yeah,
Well,
accuse your enemies of what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a standard thing.
She's proven herself to be a stalker and creepily nonetheless. Like, it's not even just like, oh, hey, this person, I'm just gonna see if there's anything on an arrest record, which, that's fine if you want to do that, but to go as far as to look up my personal Facebook, try to look up as much info on me and share info on me. And she was stupid in her DMs to Anon, because this is the evidence that was given to prove that she did dox. She's like, that boy there is her boyfriend. He's a veteran. No, he's not. You're like, are you really that dumb that you don't know how to dox people properly? He's a veteran. Okay, yeah, sure. No,
Yeah.
and like I said, like, basically she was trying to paint this picture like I was a cheater, and it's like, really? Really? You're gonna go that route? No, and I can confirm that it isn't true. That's my very close and personal friend, and you know, she she was stupid with it. She was stupid with the information. She even showed his face. That's the even worse part. And gave his name and gave his face. Mm-hmm.
Damn. I don't know what drives people to do that shit, because, like,
So,
I got kind of sick and tired of that whole, like, sort of drama community around Tankasa and all that kind of nonsense, and so just gradually stopped following a lot of the people. Because, but I figure that's all you need to do, right? Just not interact with the people that you don't like.
but that's just it. I blocked her like a long time ago, and she still went out of her way to go to my Twitter account and go and grab screenshots of my tweets through friends and through her alternate account, and basically stalk me to the point where she posted pictures of my screen of my tweets and responded to them, thinking that they were all about her. Talk about conceited. And like, she was just stalkerish and harassing me nonstop since December. And in March, I got sick of it and I flagged her. And, you know, people go like, oh, well, that's false flagging. And she made up this whole thing where she's like,
it's
she
harassment.
false flagged me. She false flagged me. And it's like, no, you were harassing me. You were flat out harassing me. You're stalking me. You were being creepy, and you wouldn't stop talking about me. And so now, and then she lost her Twitter account, which I'm sure you're aware of. But she got another Twitter account to use. She got another one to use.
That is just like, I don't understand that.
Is she roboting for you?
Banned
Just me.
permanently.
Oh, you roboted there for a second. Sorry.
Is it okay now?
But yeah, I assume you're basically saying, like, how the fuck do you get another account? What's the point of banning if you're just going to be able to get another account?
Well, it's not just that. It's like her whole thing of why she was so freaking aggressive towards me was because, oh, you got my Twitter account banned. But it's like, you got another one. So she talks to me after she got her other one. So, like, what's the point? Who cares? Like, why would you go that far?
I don't know. That's a trip. I mean, it sounds like, if you're harassing somebody, like at a certain point, like,
if there's no other recourse, man.
Then
like,
what else are you supposed to do?
Dude, leave me alone, and you can't get somebody to leave you alone, and they're fucking bugging you that much. You kind of have to report them, dude. Like, it sucks. I don't
Especially
know.
if you've
I haven't had to do
blocked
that,
them.
but I'm nobody, obviously. But you know, I can understand where that can fucking come up, where you don't want to, but like, it's fucking with you so much that you kind of have to report them to make them fucking stop.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's just it. Is that she was reported for that, and she was permanently banned, and she blamed me for her permanent ban. But it's like, don't you need to be banned like 2 or 3? It's like a 3-strike rule. So you got banned before without my help. So you're just stupid with your Twitter account.
Oh, is it 3? Is it a 3-strike? It's a permanent thing?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, wow. Someone strike away. I better be careful.
Where you get the IP ban or whatever.
Yeah, she was IP banned. Like, it was that bad. And she's just like, and the funniest part is that, like, when I had a confrontation with her one time on the stream, she's like, well, you took something from me I can never get back. And it's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you took my Twitter account away. And it's like, she made the biggest deal about this. Like, she was so hung up about this. And it's like, it's not even that serious. Like, if I lost my Twitter account, yeah, it would suck. But I would move on. I'd find other ways of talking to people. Most people who know me have my contact info. You know, if anybody really wants to reach out and talk with me, they can give them that. Like,
just make a new Twitter account.
Yeah, just make a new one. But she was too dumb to figure out what a VPN is for the longest time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, you just get a VPN, make a new Twitter account, you're fine. You know, just...
Yeah, that's just it. She's too dumb. And she tries to make herself seem like that she's an intellectual when she uses words wrong all the time.
Maybe she's hung up on, like, the fucking follower counts or something like that. Like, that's when I don't...
She usually is, yeah. Like,
dude, you know who that's bringing to mind in my mind is... God damn it! What's that fucking? I forgot the fucking name. Oh, Chambers in My Heart. I don't know why, but it hurts. The story is bringing up Chambers in My Heart for me for some reason. Like, it seems similar to me. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
yeah,
I
know.
Chambers,
yeah, because I remember there was like that whole thing with Joy Sparkle, and you know, like her or hate her, she is my friend. Like, she's nice to me anyway, but you know, some people don't like her.
Who, Joy, or are you talking about Chambers?
Joy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm kind of ambivalent. She seems a little wacky. Well, that's not.
No, she's a sweetheart. She's out there, but she's been nothing but genuinely sweet to me. And it was like, there was times, and people seem to fail to remember this, where if somebody would donate money to her, she'd be like, oh, no, I'm gonna refund this to you. No, you don't have to donate to me, please don't. You know. She's very humble. She's been nothing but nice to me, and she's actually the person who kind of introduced me to this side of Twitter. Not Twitter, but YouTube. Metal Man!
Hey, there he is.
Hi!
Metal Man.
How's things, buddy?
Yeah.
This is my favorite person.
It's been a day.
But
It's been a grand 24 hours.
you can tell your side of the story now if you want, Metal Man.
Fuck.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Hi, I'm apparently a doxer.
Yeah, let's all laugh at the ridiculousness of that.
Yeah. That's been the fucking rumor being spread around for about the past 2 months.
Oh,
If not
geez.
longer.
Oh, wow. So this is an ongoing thing. Wow.
Oh, this has been going on since this shit all started like back in November of last year, man.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It just hit a head yesterday, so
Yeah, finally people believe us when we said she's freaking insane.
Oh, this is all stemming from the same person.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the one kind of good thing about people like that is like eventually they can't keep the fucking crazy down. Like it's going to come out to everybody eventually. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Has to.
Yeah, they can't help it. They're fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, I saw that stuff you were saying on Twitter, and I was like, who the fuck accused you of doxing, and like who would buy it? Like to me, that just seems so nonsensical.
I'm only going to name one name, and that would be Harley Quinn's Happy Hour / Allie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Outside of that, I'm not going to name any names, but there's a good list of people that have been perpetuating this shit for a while. I'm just
I
a
wasn't
little bit
expecting like a list of names or anything.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, that's just going into that drama nonsense and wasting time.
Well, without naming names, though, do you think some of those people were just duped into it by fucking Harley Quinn's Happy Hour or whatever? Or
there are some that I think were duped into it that I don't think will ever actually admit to it, and then there are others that are grotesquely complacent with everything and complicit with how everything went down, and so
yeah,
I'm not willing to be nice to those people. If they come at me, that's fine. Come at me. I don't give a shit. But I'm not gonna actually drag them out into the street until they do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's almost like the Kumite is infecting that whole community of people, unfortunately.
Well, I just don't understand where along the lines that anyone within any community feels that doxing, swatting, or any of the shit along those lines where you think it's a fucking good idea. You know,
yeah, it's all fucked up.
Isn't there like bylaws somewhere along the lines that says, you know, you as a decent human being shouldn't try to be a fucking prick to everybody else?
Right, yeah. Even if you thought they did that shit, like, dude, even then you don't fucking do it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that fucking childish bullshit. Like, well, they did it, so I'm gonna do it.
Well,
you know?
And I should clarify because there's only one instance or maybe two where I can think of where I can fully support doxing. If you are a pedo and you're trying to pick up kids on the internet, you goddamn right, dox the fuck out of them.
If there's some sort of active risk to other people by not doxing the person, that makes sense. Like they're going to commit a crime or they're going to harm somebody and you're aware of it. Like, or if somebody's trying to hurt themselves or hurt themselves, I could see that being the alternate. Like, at least get their information and get the local authorities like involved.
Yeah, it doesn't require internet justice. It requires, hey, get their information, call the fucking cops.
Yeah,
these people need to be.
But that's sort of like doxing. But it's not like publicly announcing it, but you're getting that personal information that you normally wouldn't try to.
Yeah, I mean, you can question the morality of it, you know, on a case by case basis, but for the most part, like, if you're digging up the information, you keep it to your goddamn self for whatever reason that you might have. You know, if you're going to release it, well, then be prepared for the fucking backlash that it's going to get you.
I don't understand collecting it in the first place. Why would anybody collect it if you're not going to, hold it over somebody or like? There's no reason to collect any of that kind of shit unless you have. You're going to use it for malicious purposes, dude. There's no fucking positive reason to collect a bunch of personal information on somebody.
Yeah, I guess people do weird shit, and so I'm not like until it actually comes into fruition of it bleeding into something else, and when it starts bleeding into other people's lives, when you actually actively dox somebody, like if you want to look up every goddamn bit of information on me, go for it. I don't care. The second you release it, though, I'm going to come at you as hard as I fucking can.
Yeah. I guess I don't really understand why you would collect it.
I don't understand it either.
I'm not a doxer type, so I guess that's why.
I don't fucking get it either, but I have to account for every mentality out there. So somebody's going to.
Maybe if you're like a super fan,
yeah,
like you're a big fan of whatever the person does, like a YouTube show or whatever. Like you just want to learn more about them.
I guess, but I don't know why you need to know like where somebody.
Not necessarily for doxing purposes. Like that's not necessarily you can end up doxing anyone.
Yeah,
but
it's a weird
if you're
mindset.
But you're wanting to learn more about that person because you idolize them, but I don't understand. Like, what other reason would there be other than malicious intent?
I mean, outside of like the super fan thing, I can't really think of anything other than malicious intent. But I don't know. This whole fucking thing has got me drained. I'm somewhere between bitterly depressed and bitterly angry.
Yeah, well, I mean, basically somebody just paraded a bunch of personal shit about you all over the internet.
No, that's just it. They didn't even parade shit about me. They paraded shit about everyone else.
Oh, I thought you got doxed as well. Okay.
Oh, no, okay. They're accusing you of being the one that did it. Okay. All right.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's still pretty shitty.
Yeah. The worst part is that people went along and believed all this nonsense about me being crazy or whatever. It's like, oh my god, are you people serious right now? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no, that's what's fucked up about like everybody bitching about how the fucking SJWs act, and then the fucking everyone else seems to fucking act the same way. Like, dude, why are you going to just automatically believe shit? Like, fucking, without looking into it, you're just going to accept shit as fact.
Yeah.
Well, too many people do that shit on all sides nowadays.
Well, isn't that how Base Mama basically got fucked over?
Yeah. There's a lot of fucking shit, which, again, obviously we admit that she'd made mistakes too, but there was a lot of shit thrown at her that was just fucking bullshit. And it was accepted as absolute fact, dude. Yeah, it was pretty fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna bash on somebody, at least have some sort of facts behind you on it.
Yeah.
Like, and make sure they're actual facts and not just random made up bullshit.
Well, it's gotten to the point where there's a certain group of people. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and name names, but there's a certain group of people who will take each other's words as evidence to put it forward that something is a fact. And it's like, no, you have to check your research yourself. Like, you can't just be like, well, so and so said that, so it must be true, because they're also basing it off of something that somebody else said.
Yeah.
It's like,
it was a huge fucking issue, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's just it, is that because so many people were BFFs with Allie, they were just so quick to just go like, oh, that's not fair of you to say that she's being mean to you, Hitsu, because she loves you and stuff like that. And it's like, how is this not fair? How is it fair to me that you don't listen to me? You just listen to her.
Yeah, it's tough when you're dealing with fucking sociopaths, dude. They're really good at fucking putting up that mask.
Yeah, she's a sociopathic narcissist. And I even went to Metal Man one time and I'm like, dude, I was just up last night looking up some like mental disorders and this one matches her to a T.
Yeah,
And it really
borderline or whatever. Any of those things probably apply, dude. Yeah.
There's a lot wrong there, and I don't wish ill will towards her, but I want her to have this be a wake up call and hopefully have her have her learn and grow and become a better person from this, and hopefully it does.
If you looked up that stuff at all, you should know that that's almost impossible for them.
It really is. Like
they're pretty much stuck like that, dude.
Yeah, but that's the thing is I used to be somebody like Allie, not quite to that extreme, but I used to be somebody who behaved the same way whenever I didn't get my way, and whenever, not as far as like dox somebody, but I was stubborn and angry, and I lost so many friends because I refused to believe that I was in the wrong, and I lost everything, and then there you go. Yep.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is it takes something extreme. And you may not have been, again, obviously probably not to that same extreme that she
No.
to be. But, for them, whether it's borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, for those people, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Stabbing can tell you, they won't even take borderlines or anybody who's been diagnosed as a narcissist, NPD or BPD where he works, because they know that it's almost impossible to help them. It's almost impossible for them to get better.
Yeah.
And the thing is that she really has nowhere else to go with this. Like, she had a chance to just own up to it, and she didn't. And that's on her. So.
Well, again, they can't accept blame or responsibility in their mind. No, it's not like she's being stubborn, again, if you research it. They truly believe that they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, she knew to account, right? But she caught wind of everything.
She basically ghosted off the internet. Like, she's gone. Like,
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Right. I don't think she's going to come back, quite honest with you. And if she does, well, the thing is, there's a lot of eyes on her now, and it's obvious that if she even tries to come back, people are not going to be happy with her. So I think she knows that she basically destroyed her account before yesterday. Like, it was the other night that she did it because she got wind that people were onto her, and she basically said, "I'm leaving the internet and I'm going." And essentially, she never showed up for the stream. She never showed up for anything. She didn't say a word. She just left. So
that's pretty standard behavior from those types, dude. My ex, my ex, like I ended up having to take my ex to court to get custody of my son, and she would show up to court initially, all fucking super confident that everything was going to work out fine. The minute she had to actually take a drug test and the minute she turned up dirty, she didn't come back to any of the court appearances after that. Yeah. She didn't even try to fucking do anything after that point because she couldn't own up to the fact that she got busted.
And they're also known. I noticed they're also known for being very compulsive and pathological liars.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They'll come up. They will tell you anything, everything, and anything to make you like them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for like being in a relationship, they will lie about shit they have no reason to lie about.
Right.
Which is the fucking part that I find really bizarre. I'm like, why? Like, I'd always be like, why is she lying about this? What the fuck is the point? And then honestly, sometimes when the truth is actually better for her, she still fucking lie.
Well, and a lot of times it'll be stuff that like there's no way it's going to be believed. Like, and they know it's not going to be believed.
Yeah, it's almost like they're daring you to call them on their bullshit.
To challenge them, yeah. And that was just it. Is from what I've heard from other people, they said that if they even dared question her, she'd make a big deal about it. If they dared tell her the contrary to what she believes, they would challenge her. And even when we were friends, there was times in December, and Metal Man can confirm this, that in group chats, we would talk about just random things, and I would say something along the lines of like, "Oh, I like the rain, but I don't like being out in it." And then she's like, "I like the rain all the time," like that, and it's like, okay, like
Good for you.
She was very contrary and very just trying to basically
they want to start
anything
shit up.
Anything I said, she was
they
contrary
want to start
to.
something with you. Yeah.
And
no, I got that a lot. If something was if things were actually going all right with my ex, she would fucking start shit just to start shit. Yeah, it's fucking bizarre.
I've had exes like that.
There is, in those kind of personalities, there is a certain aspect that one of the things is it's very hard to feel anything. And so it's rare that they get any sort of joy other than by controlling or harming other people. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a serial killer, like going out and killing people, but just by like doing damage to people. Because it's a strong enough emotion that they feel something, so it's preferable to not having a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Well,
like they can't actually love in the true sense. You know what I mean?
Whenever you listen to her talk, she never sounds interested. She just sounds like, yeah, I guess, I don't know, like, okay, like that. She never sounds interested in whatever she's doing. She's just
Well, they're generally incredibly boring people. Like once you actually get to know them, there's not a whole lot of substance to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like they can portray themselves for a while as somebody who seems to be interesting, but it's an act. Like it comes down to it, they're fucking just.
Oh, you mean like how she describes her extracurricular activities and how she has all this and that and how she's so sexy and so hot. Yeah.
If she's the one I'm thinking of, yeah, she's pretty fucking average. Not even average. It's the one I'm thinking of. I'm gonna have to look it up to make sure, but
she's the one that's always like dressing as Harley Quinn or whatever, and she takes like a million selfies and always changes her profile picture except for the one right now that's permanently her as Harley Quinn, but it's not even like DC Universe Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, there's something that I have to point out that bothers me. It's just a bit of a nitpick, but she spells Harley Quinn wrong.
Oh.
It's the actual word Harlequin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or does she spell it like Harley, Halry or something?
No, like legit Harlequin.
Oh, okay.
Like if it was if it was the name Harley and then Quinn, yeah, she'd be accurate. But she's Harlequin.
Yeah, like the Harlequin romance novel thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The quality, the most quality of all novels, really.
Right.
Oh, the vampire ones were great.
I don't know if I've ever read a Harlequin romance novel.
Like, honestly, if you don't know how to talk to a woman, you don't know how to go on a date properly, yeah, read a couple of those. You'll get some ideas.
Nice.
How do you not go to a date properly? Like, you go and you light like a hobo on fire? Like, isn't that like the most romantic way to go?
Well, I mean, you know
that sounds amazing. Hey, Skittles.
As long as you do it together.
Yes. Togetherness.
Hey, Skittles. Why don't you set a clown on fire for me? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm getting that tricycle day tomorrow, so that could be my big date move.
Yeah.
Right on in the basket or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
a nice throne to sit on behind you.
Wow, that's interesting. I you know what? Kids got to learn somewhere, man. So if they're learning from a book, no harm in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you know the story of what's going on and all this stuff, and now people believe us when we say that all these things she was doing. Yeah, she was doing it.
Well, I'm glad the truth came out because that's probably the most frustrating part. I don't know. I haven't really. I don't know. I kind of burned my bridges with that group over a lot of stuff a while ago. Well, I don't know if I burned my bridges in so much as I just sort of walked away and said, right, whatever, man. But yeah,
that's going to be counted as you burning bridges, man.
You are burning bridges.
You might as well have spit in their eye.
I didn't agree with the great and powerful Tonkasaw on numerous occasions, and I told him I didn't agree, and I backed up what I said with actual facts. So that was apparently enough to aggravate and make a lot of people upset with me, and I don't really have any concern over that.
You don't care? Yeah.
Nah.
Are they, as Allie's favorite word is, are they inconsequential?
Oh, inconsequential. No, but what was it? Geek Thulu, I think it was.
Yeah.
He used to come and haunt the chat once in a while to talk shit and try to encourage me to do
he would try to get you to go on
the
channel. Fucking Kumite. Yeah, he would. Yeah, Geek Thulu would try to get you to go onto the fucking Kumite, and then apparently he was the one that would report back to Tonkasaw.
Oh, was he the one? Oh, yeah, that was funny.
You know he was, dude. Well, okay, we don't have proof of that. That is an allegation. To be fair, but I just it had to be him, dude. He was the only one that would fucking be on here watching the show, dude. It's not like we have a vast audience, dude.
True, that's true. We don't have
it's pretty easy to narrow shit down, dude.
It was actually me the whole time.
Right. Oh, yeah. You're the fucking doxer guy.
Collecting all the info. Oh, God, that was maybe the funniest thing ever, was that.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. Don't think people don't tell me what you say. That's what Tonkasaw had responded to stab you with. Wow, that's fucking sad. You have a pretty large audience, dude, and you're worrying about what a guy says that fucking gets 5, 10, 15 views on a fucking video.
Really?
Sorry if I'm a little quiet for a minute.
Yeah, good. I'm playing GTA, so there you go.
Nice.
Multitasking on the stream.
I'm packaging up some mysterious powder for one of my customers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Think of me what you will, Internet. Think of me what you will.
I just spent money on this chick, and she doesn't even want to date me. I am disappointed.
Well, you're playing GTA, so shoot her.
Yeah.
When she leaves the club, I will.
Shoot her and get your money back.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
I spent money on this date. I'm getting them payback one way or the other.
Oh, man.
Your stream just turned dark, dude.
Well, I mean, fuck, I fucked up my knee. So every once in a while I move my knee just the wrong way and it makes this weird little clicking pop feeling in it, and then it just fucking hurts for a second. So sorry about that.
Lovely.
That sounds hot.
I was going to say the joys of getting old, right?
Yeah, fucking 38, man. God damn it.
Schmeckle actually retweeted something. I'm surprised.
Huh?
He retweeted my thing.
Oh, Schmeckle did?
Yeah. He retweeted. No, he took a picture.
In a while.
No, Samaj had a thumbnail that he made, and he featured my little Richard Chineri character here spitting out water, and it was amazing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was so cute. I love it.
Yeah, what is that? Is that from something specific or just?
So they do the character, video game character thing once, and it's for Richard Chineri is a wrestler, and they do all these different video game characters, and some of them are kind of unexpected. There was one guy who did Waluigi, and there was one guy who annoyed. And Richard Chineri did Echo the Dolphin. and he was in a dolphin costume and steps out on stage and starts spitting water at the audience. And I just loved it so much that I made fan art of it. And actually, he's going to make a t-shirt of this little avatar.
Nice.
That's pretty fucking nice.
Oh, you should see the interview with him. It was awesome.
That's a trip, dude. That's a show right there. Just fucking go out and spit water at the audience in a dolphin outfit. I mean, I'm not a wrestler.
That sounds hilarious, dude.
Middleman's little chainsaw laugh makes me so happy every time.
Well, hey, Stabby, I'm gonna have to bow out, dude. I got to get to work, man. But
right,
I'll let you guys continue on, man.
Roll on.
Good luck as always, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Good talking to you. Good, nice meeting you. Peace.
Take it easy, man.
I'm looking to see if I can find something a little more lighthearted here. Let's see. Oh, Tommy Robinson got let out for a little bit. We'll see what happens when they retry him, but
yeah, for a little bit. But I do like the fact that a lot of people are saying that the judge overstepped his bounds on that. It's good that they can acknowledge that.
Oh, does it look like? Because I was wondering if they were gonna just let him out and then hope that the fury died down, and then just like do another little kangaroo court and try to throw him back in.
I don't know if he's out for good. I think he still has to go back to court. But
yeah, because it's a retrial. He's out on parole essentially for a retrial.
But yeah, I think the decision came down that he was not offered a proper amount of time for his defense. He was not properly explained what his crime was, and the judge obviously let his bias get a hold of him or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty fucking obvious by the outcome.
Yeah. Oh well, even a lot of the media outlets were reporting that was going on during the case. So, because I mean, what he was like. Oh, he's on bail. That's right. Yeah, it's not parole. He's on bail.
Yeah.
Good catch, Jinx. Nope. That thought's gone. It's gone.
Welcome to my head.
I was gonna say, are you still having the keto amnesia?
Oh no, I'm past all the keto flu at least. Like that part, I'm done with. That's just my brain not working right. But fucking keto is epic. I mean, I did get to go to the ER for like heart palpitations, because I was partially the keto, but actually it was nothing dangerous. It was just like these weird like extra heartbeats that everybody gets, or like most people get, but just don't feel. But apparently, when I'm low on potassium, which keto will make you low on potassium, sodium, and magnesium when you're first starting out for like the first month or two. I feel them. So,
Oh shit!
Like freaking the fuck out, going to the ER, and they're like, "Oh well, you're fine." Like they did a whole like treadmill stress test and all that other EKG shit. And they're like, "Yeah, no, that's normal. Everybody gets those." And it just turned out to be a potassium fucking deficiency.
Bananas, man. You gotta eat your bananas.
That's what everybody says, but bananas don't have that much potassium compared to like spinach or red meat or like salmon even.
Eat that red
Well,
meat.
I mean, I guess on the keto diet, what all are you allowed to eat?
Well, you just like you keep it. A general rule of thumb is to keep it below 20 grams of carbohydrates a day, and try to keep that in like green leafy vegetables, like berries, seeds, nuts. But you get in 8 ounces of red meat, you get more potassium than in a banana.
Right, but a lot of times it's the dietary regimen that might keep you from eating said meat.
Oh yeah. If like you're vegetarian or something like that. But same with spinach, like 2 cups of spinach in a salad, which I do like every day.
Yeah,
Like
spinach is good.
And spinach is the shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Flash fry that stuff and
It's a combination with my blood pressure medication and the keto working together, because both of them lower potassium. So I should have foreseen that being an issue and been taking steps to like. So hamster food from Jinx in the chat. Yeah, hamster food. No, you eat meat, vegetables, berries, all that kind of stuff. A lot of cheese, bacon. If you're really into bacon, which I'm not super into bacon, you can eat a lot of bacon.
Yeah, it depends on
Bacon.
the bacon, I suppose.
Bacon.
Well, I mean, if you go for like a nice pepper crusted bacon, or I don't know, like a maple or honey smoked bacon, that's always good.
Yeah.
Just going for like straight fatback, not so much.
Well, it's like I like bacon once in a while. I'm a fan of bacon. It's just I can't do it like every morning because there's a lot of keto people that'll just have like 2 eggs and 2 strips of bacon for breakfast like every single day. And I'm like, I can't do it. It's too much bacon.
Never enough bacon.
Well, yeah. Enough. I mean, they put it on salads and like everything. Like everything has fucking bacon for some reason. I don't know.
Well, if I needed to diet, this sounds like my kind of diet.
Yeah, 70% fat, 25% protein, and 5% carbs, essentially. Yeah. So, I mean, it's super easy to stick to because it's delicious. But the weird thing is, I'm almost never hungry. Because fat, once you get, when your body gets completely used to like burning fat for energy, carbohydrates, especially simple carbohydrates and sugars, block the signal from your stomach that tells your brain, hey, yo, we're full. Makes it harder for that signal to get through. But there's no mechanism like that at all when you're dealing with fat. So when you take all those carbohydrates out, and there's so few in there, and they're all from like healthier sources, like I don't eat any processed sugar at all.
Good on you.
Oh, it's crazy. Like my back feels better. My knees are a lot less achy. I just feel better all in general. And like after only maybe 3 weeks, there's a noticeable difference in how big I am.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, sugars have issues to begin with, but as far as like joint health, if I remember correctly, like don't sugars have the potential of building up crystalline structures along the joints?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Especially
if it's
like
not
the
sugars,
high fructose corn syrup.
It honestly wouldn't surprise me with that stuff. I think that's part of the reason why, if you look at like chiropractic studies and stuff like that, that's why so many fucking people are having back problems and knee problems and feet problems now.
Well, my knees were never like awful. They were just a little bit bad because of my weight and all the dancing and shit that I did early on, like when I'm in my 20s.
Wait, what?
I used to be super big into swing dancing, blues dancing.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah, Trippy's not Trippy. Skittles. Sorry, God damn it.
I'll take being compared to Trippy. It's cool.
I mean, at least it's somebody really cool.
No, I was going to say Skittles is quite the worldly individual. Honestly, he's into some very interesting things.
I actually know how to ballroom dance.
Yeah, I do. I used to do a lot of ballroom. I know. I probably still could work my way through all the different swing dances, like East Coast, West Coast, Lindy Hop, blues dancing. I could teach still. I mean, I could probably still do it and teach it if I wanted to. I never got into teaching because I just wasn't into that.
Teach me, senpai.
But then I also knew a little bit of like, not the twirly spinny waltz, but just the progressive waltz.
Oh yeah,
which is like the shitty half-assed one.
Yeah, I know waltz and foxtrot, and the foxtrot's the basic one. Yeah.
And then like a little bit of cha-cha and salsa. I got into a little bit too.
Fun. Yeah, I like cha-cha.
Yeah, salsa and West Coast swing are extremely similar.
Yeah, well,
like the standard, like the basic for salsa, where you're just kind of going back and forth, is a lot like the sugar push for West Coast swing.
Yeah. I know one dance move that we used to do, but it was awful at doing. If you were I was the shortest kid in my cotillion, so I had all these tall guys trying to do the washing machine with me, and I don't know if you're familiar with that move, but it's where you take the other person's hands and then you spin around with them while still like you basically spin 360 with the other person attached to your arm, so they spin 360 the opposite direction, and it's a pain. It's a pain when the person's like not the same height as you. So I used to get the tall guys in my class to dance with me in that move because there was nobody else who wanted to dance with me. It was full of a bunch of rich, snotty little kids, and I was the outcast because I wasn't rich. Anyway.
Oh yeah, always fun.
So none of the boys ever wanted to dance with me, and so I always ended up with the tall kids who were like the older kids that volunteered to teach or help with the teaching. And I remember this one guy practically broke my neck just trying to do this dance move with me because he was like 6'2", and here I was at the time like 5 foot nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that being a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be tough especially for beginners. And just being a teacher doesn't necessarily mean you're not a beginner in the dance. Anybody can be a teacher if they're given that position. To adjust for height differences in an appropriate fashion. Like I've seen people try to like essentially just about dance on their knees because they're dancing with like a really short partner, and it's like sometimes you just got to like figure, all right, some moves won't work because the height difference is just too great.
It's just rough being as short as I am because I was the tallest kid in my class for the longest time, and then as soon as I hit like 4th, 5th grade, then everybody's starting to outgrow me.
Oh.
And it's like,
I never
what?
had that problem.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, because you're tall. Shut up.
Yeah, I think you might actually be taller than me. I'm only 6 foot, so.
No, I'm only a couple inches taller than you, man.
Oh yeah, right on.
I'm 5'4".
5'4". Oh yeah, you're tiny.
Yeah.
You and Opal, right? The both of you are super, super short.
Opal's smaller than me by like 5 foot. The weird thing about people who are in the 5 foot range, like 5 foot, and then like 5 foot to 5'4", there's a huge.
Oh no.
Really not that much difference.
Oh, you cut out there for a second.
Yeah. I was gonna say you cut out like right after like 5 foot to 5'4", and then there was.
There's a huge difference between those heights, and you can tell. You know what I mean? But
okay.
like 5'4" to like 5'8", not really, but I guess you can tell sometimes. Well, 5'6" through 5'4" is definitely pretty similar in height. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no.
Oh, Jesus is 5'2".
Aww.
Jesus, everybody I know is super short.
Shut up, tall person.
Oh, that's a trip.
Well, I dated this one guy who was 6'6", and he had to bend over just to kiss me. It was bad.
Oh, but I bet it looked really adorable.
Yeah, well, he's a piece of crap, but yeah, it was.
Well, yeah, I mean, he might be a piece of shit, but it just probably looked really cute.
Yeah, it was. It was. I still hate him, but it was.
No. With 6'6", he could like carry you around like a backpack almost.
He basically did sometimes. He would just pick me up and go like, "Nope, we're going here."
Oh man.
Yeah. No. But I guess
So
I like.
Jinx is 5'2". Is that what I'm reading?
Yeah, she says I am from the kitty end of the gene pool.
Oh.
No, I had a good friend of mine that I used to enjoy going shopping with because she would always inevitably have to shop in the children's, like the young teens department. But they're always just like this really long session of looking at all the other clothes and just getting more and more frustrated because none of them were in her size. And I know that's horrible, but it was very amusing.
Oh.
Yes. Let us laugh at my laugh.
No, I'm a squished little shorty. Like I'm not super skinny by any means. I'm pretty curvaceous. So it looks like a squished marshmallow, basically.
That's an interesting description. All right, squished marshmallow.
Squishmallow, if you will.
Yeah, squishmallow.
There's a product called Smashmallows.
And it's weird though, because like I have skinny little legs, but thick thighs, thick everything else. And then I'm short, and it's like, why? Why do I look like this? I don't know.
Genetics? I don't know.
Yeah, genetics. I don't know which side I should blame.
Damn it, Gene! Why didn't you work right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess people don't
Gene
really
Wilder's fault.
I guess a lot of people don't complain about it, so I guess that's okay. I've just never been super skinny, and I probably never will.
Yeah, I'm never going to be a skinny dude. I don't know. Whatever.
That's okay. I'm never gonna be anything other than a skinny dude.
Yeah, I like you skinny. Well, I mean, I'd like you any other way, but I like you.
No, I think life is that process of like slowly realizing, oh yeah, everybody's fucking unhappy with whatever about themselves. Maybe I should just stop like worrying so much about it and just fucking do what I want to do.
Well, and you gotta remember, man, like even the people that are considered the most beautiful people in the world have body issues of some form or fashion.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, there's the thing I kind of learned about models, people that people have to look up to and feel inferior to them. Anyway, no, I don't have anything against models. Models do what they do. And, there are people who are absolutely beautiful and beautiful inside and out. No, I'm not judging people who are models, but I hate how the industry tries to really, really push to make them look way different than the photo shoot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, well I mean like the photoshopping and stuff makes a lot of the like magazine covers legitimately not possible to achieve.
Yeah, like they make the women super duper skinny and they're like even their waist is just so small and their skin complexion is just so perfect and it's like this is what you should aspire to be. No, but anyway, there's for models, they have to lose weight in specific areas. They have to do this and that. They have to constantly maintain their weight. Like, it's insane. I would never want to be that kind of model. Like, I know there's models for different things, but not one of those super high fashion or super high this and that kind of models, because that sounds stressful.
Yeah. Oh, I think people that hate on them, it's like, I don't know. Part of it is just a cultural sort of like.
I don't hate on the models.
People want to hate models. No, I mean like people that genuinely do. I don't think you.
Oh
do.
yeah. No, I don't hate the models themselves. I hate what they do with their pictures and stuff. I think it's pretty messed up. Like, I don't know. I get it's an industry. I get that it's a business, but it's still pretty messed up.
Yeah, I think people that hate the models don't really understand like how much work is involved.
Well, there's a lot to it, It sounds like a very stressful job.
Having to look a certain way, having to work out a specific way, then having to have the photographer yell at you for about 4 or 5 hours, especially if he's got something in particular in mind that he's just not fucking opening his mouth and describing properly. Yeah. It's stressful.
Yeah, I've
Were
had
you
dance
a
teachers
model,
like that.
Metal Man?
Yes, I have done modeling in the past.
I can tell. You beautiful, beautiful beast.
Well, you have the frame for it though, because that's the like the tall, slim frame is usually what showcases the clothes the best.
And you have the
Oh,
facial
clothes.
structure for it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was there no clothes involved?
Yeah. No, I was a nude model for a moment.
Ooh.
Oh, right on, man.
Can you send me these pictures?
No,
Why not?
because I don't have them.
We'll get them.
I didn't. This was before the time of the constant selfie. So, I mean, we're only talking like maybe 2 or 3 years before the constant selfie. But yeah, no, I was like, I think I was like 19 or 20.
I still want them.
Oh, I don't have them, so I don't know what to tell you.
No, I think she just wants you to send her nudes, Mad Metal Man. I don't know. You can pretend they're from way back.
You just put a film grain over it so it looks like it's from the 80s.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just wear
a good
like
use
the
for
most
Photoshop.
wear the most 90s clothes possible. I'll believe it.
I think I still have some of those clothes, and I think they still fit me. Because I've always been tall and skinny, so fuck. I don't have to buy shirts all that often. I can't buy pants all that often. Because I can find things that are plenty long enough. But if they're long, apparently I'm supposed to be 3 times my size in width.
No, the funny thing is, I sent him a men's large in Japan, which is like a men's small in America, and it fits him just perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is it? There's a shirt place. I gotta buy like big man shirts, like tents with holes cut in them. But they just recently changed the way they cut their clothes so that they don't have to hang like 2 inches less length on all their shirts. And I'm like, you just killed your whole market, because your whole market was fat fucks.
Oh,
And like
no.
that's just not gonna work. You guys just killed your whole fucking market.
Do you want to hear something sad? I mean, this is big Tata problems, but I'm I'm a D cup, and I'm also a bit curvy. But I can't wear ladies large t-shirts in specific shirt types. Like I can't wear large ladies large in a polo, and I learned that the hard way with work because I have to wear a stupid polo shirt, polyester, in the middle of summer, and it's terrible. Anyway, so I had to get another shirt, and I'm like, just get me an extra large, please. It's and like it droops, but it fits me tight around my chest, and it's like, fine, I'll accept it. It's rough, man. It's
like, part of me is like, I feel bad for you, but the other part of me is like, ooh, boobies.
jiggle, jiggle.
Yeah. The titty jiggles is going to be enough for us to be like, yeah, well, our sympathy has pretty much gone away now. What?
Yeah.
Boobies?
Oh no, I have sympathy. I just like,
Boobies.
The sympathy is clouded by boobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's your boobs. Okay.
All right. Well, Hitsugi brought the podcast to the best part. Yay.
Yes. Well, faces and stuff.
Man, I gotta get my laptop working. Potentially run this show from my laptop, because then I can lay in bed, because that looks so goddamn comfortable.
I'm not laying in bed.
Or you're not? Are you laying on the couch?
I'm laying on my papasan.
I don't know what that is, but I'll assume it's sort of like
a round
bean bed.
circular chair.
The big cup chair.
I think I was sick for like a week or something when I was a kid on those, and I've just never felt comfortable on them since.
It's a hell of a thing not to feel comfortable on, man.
That's good. And I'm small enough to love it.
Also, I'm really heavy, so I always feel nervous on things made out of wicker.
Fair enough. Lord.
It's okay, man. I don't do hammocks.
Don't do hammocks?
Why don't you do hammocks?
I'm curious now, yeah.
I don't know. I'm skinny and I'm tall, and they just don't work well. I always get unbalanced real easy, or I've actually gotten wrapped up in one of those before and had hell getting out of it.
Oh no!
I thought you were going to say that you fall through the little holes.
No, but I did get my arm twisted in one. So.
Oh, I'm
God
sorry.
damn.
I didn't mean to make fun of you.
Well, what I've heard of hammocks because like I follow a lot of the prepper stuff. I'm not into it, but it's interesting to see how extreme people go. But I guess the mistake a lot of people make is just laying in the hammock lengthwise, and you're actually supposed to angle yourself sort of across it. As opposed,
that makes sense.
So if you angle yourself, you're not quite as bent in the middle.
Look at my weeby little blanket.
Oh, nice. I'm just getting into like anime stuff recently, like the last couple of years.
And there's my Johnny Depp poster.
Ew.
I love Johnny Depp, but I hate how many people think they can be fucking that character in a costume.
Well, it's hard to be
20 years younger Keith Richards in a pirate costume.
Oh yeah,
basically.
Essentially, yeah. But I just like I don't mind people wearing the costume. It's when they wear the costume, everybody feels like they have to pretend to be that character from in like Johnny Depp style, and it's like you're not even close, man. Just don't. Just fucking don't.
Just stop. You're not doing yourself any favors.
Get some help.
Yeah. Stop it. Get some help. Exactly.
It's time to stop.
It's time to stop.
Like 1 in 10 maybe gets the character right, but the other ones are just being assholes and really obnoxious.
Look at my setup. Look at that tiny little TV.
That's so not tiny. Bad. I mean, the closer you are, the bigger the TV looks, right?
Yeah, basically. Why do you think I'm in my chair? Because my bed's behind me.
Oh, there you go. See, I gotta get it. I want to get one of those couch bed things where it like fucking folds up, so I have more room.
I just realized that pretty much no matter where you are in your room, you can lay down.
Is that a problem, man?
No, it just seems kind of counterproductive because like there's only one spot in my room where I can actually lay down, unless I want to go for the floor.
It's funny you're calling it counterproductive. I'm thinking that's brilliant because then you don't have to like stand or sit as much.
It's a bedroom. You're supposed to be able to just be comfy. You are an overworking person, okay? I'm not going to insult you because I like you, but you're overworking, and it's supposed to be meant for stuff like this.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Maybe.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Speaking of work, I do have phone calls I need to make, and I do have things to actually run. So I'm probably going to have to bail out here in a few minutes.
I have lunch I have to eat.
And I have to go to... I have to go too. I think I'm going to fall asleep in this chair if I don't...
I have work. I have lunch. I'm going to go to sleep now.
Bye, guys.
All right. Thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. Anytime you want to. It's always fun.
Yeah. Just always send the link and I might pop in or not. But don't Don't just send me the link and go like, "Oh, I hope she shows up," and then be really sad if I don't.
Well, I mean, you just said maybe, maybe not. So yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, there you go. If I feel like it. No, I'm kidding. Whenever, yeah. Just whenever you're doing it, just send me the link and I'll see about popping in.
Right on.
And
Sounds cool.
I'm always around, so.
He's
and
always
I must
lurking.
apologize publicly to both you and Day 12 for not really showing up at the last two. So.
Oh, dude, no worries, man. I haven't been anywhere on YouTube the last couple of weeks because I've just been pushing for Pirate Legend in my video game. So, I mean, you probably had better reasons.
Just a lot of shit, but hey, at least two of my big stress balls have been removed like the fucking tumors they were.
Oh yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear you guys finally got that stuff figured out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that handled, and I got shit with my landlord fucking worked out, so finally I don't have to deal with that douche.
It feels good.
Nice.
It feels like a big weight has been lifted off my chest.
2-0. 2-0.
Hitsugi 2. You owe. Yeah.
All right. Well, on that cheerful note, thanks everybody in the audience for joining us, and thank my guests for being on. And hopefully we'll be back again Sunday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yep. And